It was a bright, sunny morning in the forest, and Baby Bunny hopped excitedly towards school. Today was an important day because Mrs. Owl, their wise and kind teacher, had assigned a new project to Baby Bunny and his friends, Cavi the squirrel, Tano the turtle, and Hera the rabbit. The task was to come up with a group project on nature's wonders, and they had just 1 week to complete it. Baby Bunny was thrilled. He loved nature, and this project seemed like the perfect opportunity to explore the beauty of the forest and share it with his classmates. He knew that with his friends by his side, they would create something truly amazing. As he entered the schoolyard, he saw his friends gathered under their favorite oak tree, already chatting excitedly about the project. "Hey, Baby Bunny," Cavi called out, waving his fluffy tail. "Come over. We're talking about ideas for the project." Baby Bunny quickly joined the group, his heart filled with excitement. They all sat in a circle under the shade of the oak tree, ready to brainstorm. Cavi was the first to speak. "I have the best idea for our project," he said proudly. "Let's create a model of the tallest trees in the forest. We can gather twigs and leaves to build a miniature forest. It'll be awesome." Hera clapped her paws in excitement. "Oh, that sounds fun. But I think we should focus on something else. What if we create a giant poster showing all the colorful flowers in the meadow? We can paint each one and label them with their names. Everyone loves flowers." Tano, who was usually quiet and thoughtful, finally spoke up. "Those are both great ideas," he said slowly, "but I think we should do something about the animals in the forest. We can make a display of all the different creatures we've seen and write fun facts about them." Baby Bunny listened carefully, but he was already thinking about his own idea. He had been imagining creating a project on rivers and streams, showing how water flowed through the forest, providing life for all the plants and animals. "I think we should focus on the rivers," Baby Bunny said excitedly. "We could create a map of the forest, showing all the streams and rivers and how they connect. Water is so important, and it would be really cool to explain how everything in the forest depends on it." As soon as Baby Bunny finished speaking, there was a sudden silence. He looked around at his friends, and he could tell that they weren't as excited about his idea as he was. "I don't know," Cavi said, scratching his head. "A river map doesn't sound as fun as building a model of the forest." "Yeah," Hera agreed. "And it's not as colorful as painting all the flowers." Tano nodded. "And it doesn't include the animals either." Before Baby Bunny could respond, the group began talking over one another, each friend trying to push their own idea. The conversation quickly turned into a disagreement. Everyone wanted their idea to be the focus of the project, and no one was willing to compromise. "This is ridiculous," Cavi said, crossing his arms. "My idea is obviously the best. A miniature forest will be the most fun to make." "No way," Hera argued. "My flower poster will look so beautiful. We'll get top marks if we do that." Tano shook his head. "But the animals are the most interesting part of the forest. We should do my idea." Baby Bunny felt frustrated. He had been so excited about the project, but now his friends were arguing, and no one was listening to him. He didn't want to fight, but he also believed his idea was important. "We're never going to agree like this," Baby Bunny said, his ears drooping. "How are we supposed to work together if no one is willing to compromise?" The group fell silent for a moment, each friend looking upset. It was clear that their clashing ideas had created tension, and the fun and excitement they had felt at the start were quickly disappearing. Mrs. Owl, who had been watching the group from a distance, saw their frustration and gently approached them. "Is everything okay, my little students?" she asked in her calm, wise voice. The friends all looked down, embarrassed. No one wanted to admit that they had been arguing. "We're trying to decide what to do for the project," Baby Bunny explained, "but we can't agree. Everyone wants to do something different, and now we're stuck." Mrs. Owl smiled kindly. "It sounds like you all have wonderful ideas, but sometimes it's hard to see a solution when everyone is focused on their own thoughts. Why don't you take a short break and think about how you can work together? The forest has many wonders, and I'm sure you'll find a way to include all of your ideas." The friends nodded, and Mrs. Owl flew back to her perch, leaving them to think. They sat quietly for a few moments, each reflecting on their own idea and why it mattered so much to them. After a while, Baby Bunny spoke up. "I guess I didn't really listen to your ideas," he said, looking at his friends. "I was so excited about the rivers that I didn't think about how important your ideas are too." Cavi sighed. "Yeah, I didn't listen either. I just wanted to build the model of the trees because I love climbing them." Hera nodded. "I was focused on the flowers because I love painting. I didn't realize that the forest is more than just flowers." Tano, who had been quiet, finally spoke. "I think we've all been so focused on what we like that we forgot this is a group project. Maybe there's a way to include everyone's ideas." Baby Bunny's eyes lit up. "That's it. We can combine all of our ideas." The group looked at Baby Bunny with curiosity. "How can we combine everything?" Cavi asked. "Well," Baby Bunny began, thinking carefully, "what if we create a giant project that includes all of nature's wonders? We can build a model of the forest like Cavi suggested, but we can also paint the flowers and label them like Hera wanted. And we can include Tano's idea by adding facts about the animals in the forest." Tano smiled slowly. "And we can draw rivers and streams on the model to show how everything is connected, just like you wanted, Baby Bunny." Cavi's eyes sparkled with excitement. "That sounds awesome. We can have trees, animals, flowers, and rivers all in one project." Hera clapped her paws. "It'll be the best project ever. We'll all get to do what we love, and it'll be even better than doing just one thing." The group's spirits lifted immediately as they realized that they could combine their ideas into something bigger and more special. They had been so caught up in their own plans that they hadn't seen how powerful teamwork could be. Excited to start, they gathered materials from around the forest. Cavi collected twigs and leaves for the miniature trees, while Hera gathered paints and brushes to decorate the flowers. Tano researched fun facts about the animals, and Baby Bunny drew a detailed map of the rivers and streams that would run through their model. Over the next few days, the friends worked together on their project, each contributing their own unique skills and ideas. Cavi carefully built tall trees from twigs, making sure they looked just like the ones they climbed in the forest. Hera painted colorful flowers around the base of the trees, adding labels to show their names. Tano added small figures of forest animals, complete with interesting facts about each one. And Baby Bunny drew winding rivers and streams that connected everything, showing how water was the lifeblood of the forest. As they worked, they realized how much fun they were having together. What had started as a disagreement had turned into an opportunity to create something amazing. Each friend's contribution made the project more special than it would have been if they had worked alone. By the time the project was finished, it was a masterpiece. The miniature forest was filled with trees, flowers, animals, and rivers, all beautifully displayed. The friends stood back and admired their work, proud of what they had accomplished together. On the day of the presentation, the friends gathered around their project in the classroom, excited to share it with their classmates and Mrs. Owl. As they stood in front of the class, they each took turns explaining their part of the project. Cavi talked about the tall trees and how they were the tallest in the forest. Hira explained the different types of flowers and why they were important for the forest ecosystem. Tano shared fun facts about the animals and how they interacted with their environment. Finally, Baby Bunny showed the rivers and streams, explaining how water connected everything in the forest. When they finished, the classroom erupted in applause. Mrs. Owl beamed with pride. "This is a wonderful project," she said. "You've all done an amazing job, and what's even more important is that you work together. Teamwork is the key to success, and you've shown that by combining your ideas, you've created something truly special." The friends smiled at each other, their hearts filled with joy. They had learned an important lesson. Working together was not only more fun but also led to better results. Each of their ideas had made the project better, and their teamwork had made the experience more enjoyable.